So, Wizard of Oz. You know it, you love it. So, the book Wizard of Oz was published in 1900. Donald Trump was born 1946. So, this book was 46 years before Donald Trump. And note, we're taking something in the universe of Wizard of Oz and we're going to make it about Donald Trump. That is how fucking sad and pathetic these people in Hollywood are. Everything is about Donald Trump. Everything. You want to know why? Because they're fucking faggots. All of them. All of them. Every single one. If your TDS is this bad, you're a fucking faggot. Wicked for Good director John M. Chu hints at anti-Trump message in film. What happens when you look at your home and it's no longer the home that you thought it was? No, America still seems to be America, regardless of who's running it. Still going downhill. So Universal wants Wicked for Good to be a global cloud pleaser, but instead of letting audiences escape to Oz, you know, full of munchkins and wizards and tin men and cowardly lions, nope, we need to have messages about Donald Trump. A story that was written 46 years before the guy was born. Now, nope. We got to fill the universe that in the book, we need to fill it with Donald Trump. Because they're faggots. But instead of letting audiences escape to Oz, director John M. Chu is hinting he's using the Wicked sequel to make political commentary, and it sure sounds aimed squarely at the era of President Donald Trump and the movement that reshaped American politics. In a new interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Chu didn't shy away from signaling that the second film isn't just entertainment. It's intended as a statement, because everything needs to be a fucking goddamn statement nowadays. Because no one is allowed to just have something to escape to. Everything needs to be political, and everything needs to be whining about Donald Trump. This is how fucking pathetic Hollywood is. How fucking pathetic the left is. Everything they do now needs to be whining about Donald fucking Trump. Oh yeah, remember Wicked? Donald Trump. Oh hey, Doctor Who? Donald Trump. Star Wars? Donald Trump. Star Trek? Donald Trump. Everything. And they wonder why Hollywood and movies are just not the thing nowadays. No one wants to watch them because people are tired of looking for an escape and being preached to. They're tired of these fucking faggots on the left. Oh my God, Donald Trump hurt my fake fucking vagina. They're tired of it. People are paying their hard-earned money for this shit. And this is what Hollywood consistently does. They consistently sit there and whine like little fucking babies about Donald Trump. 15 years it'll be. Once Trump is gone out of office, 15 years it'll be since this whole time. Even when Biden was in charge, they complain about Donald Trump. They will have spent 15 years after Trump leaves, 15 years whining and crying about the man. 15 years. Incredibly long time to fucking whine and cry about someone. He reflected on expanding the story, saying the creative question became whether they could make it something it's not just a fairy tale, but about being relevant as we could about what we really wanted to say. How about you just make a movie that's set in Oz? Can you do that with fun characters, goofy fucking songs? Can you do that? Are you possibly capable of just making an escape? Is that a thing anymore? Can we just please have an escape? You people who fucking whine about Donald Trump so fucking much, and yet you put him in everything. Everything is Trump. And then you wonder why the mere mention of his name brings your blood to a boil. Because you constantly talk about him. Because you people are fucking retarded. I hate the man so much, but I'm going to talk about him all the time. That's not subtle. Hollywood code language for irrelevant almost always means politics, and usually not the kind that welcome half of America who voted for President Trump to a wick. Be honest, no one who's going to see this movie is fucking supporting, voted for Trump anyway. It's all the, oh my God, yeah, slay Queen. Oh my God, Ariana Grande, Queen. Fucking whatever the fuck this chick's name is again. Oh my God, Queen. Black Queen. Yeah, no one. This is not for fucking people who vote for Trump. It's not. Are there people who vote for Trump who see this? Of course. But this is not who it's made for. It's not who it's made for. Somehow these two have become fucking gay icons. So the people who go see this are people who are like, oh my God, yes, Queen. Oh my God, Ariana Grande is such a mood. Those people, yeah, that's who's seeing the movie. You're not going to be seeing a family of fucking Trump supporters sitting here watching this. Chu doubled down, adding that the goal was for the film to speak to what's happening in the U.S. now, particularly around the themes of standing up to power. Yeah, like those no king rallies. Well, guess what? You had your no kings rallies, and guess what? There's still no kings. So looks like all your fear mock. I mean, you guys said, oh, he's gonna start World War III. Hasn't happened. You said he was gonna start fucking throwing people in concentration camps. Hasn't happened. You said he was going to start killing his political opponents. The only one killing political opponents are you people. So where does the fear-mongering actually start to become true? Please, do tell. Please, do tell. I am very interested. Because everything you fucking idiots have said hasn't happened. Hasn't happened. And then you guys focus on stupid shit like, oh my God, look at the rose garden at the White House. He's paved over. No, he hasn't. He paved over the lawn. The rose garden itself is still there. It's still there. But no. Nope. Standing up to power from Hollywood's perspective, that often translates to resisting the last Republican administration. Again, audiences want Oz, not MSNBC with a broomstick, or CNN. Or MSN, or fucking whatever else, any other of the 3-letter fucking news stations, or Washington Post, Huffington Post, anything like that. And then they have to, then they sit there and whine about fucking Fox News. You people control the fucking media, and you're afraid of Fox News. Lonely little Fox News against the entire machine that is left-wing media. And you say, oh my God, Fox News. Fox News. Fox News are my vagina. He also frames the movie as a reckoning moment for America, saying it's about who are we when we know the truth? What do you become when the stories you're told, the promises you're given, shatter in front of you? Kind of like how you guys said that this man would start World War III and that hasn't happened yet. These people are actually disappointed that this man hasn't started World War III. Because it would give them another reason to hate him. He hasn't started World War III. Concentration camps? Nope. Killing political opponents? Nope, that's you guys. So, you know, who's really, shattering things? It's not him. It's not him. It's not him. It's you. It's you people with your fucking fear mongering. You hype your health. You hype yourselves up with this fear mongering, and then when it doesn't happen, it's like, oh my god, come on, do a World War III. Those lines sound tailor-made for the post-2016 media narrative, a nation disillusioned after electing an outsider president. Then he goes further. What happens when you look at your home and it's no longer the home that you thought it was, and that your home isn't actually even built for you? Well, depends. Is this coming from a legal or illegal standpoint? Because if it's an illegal standpoint, yeah, it's not meant for you. Now, if you come here legally, welcome. Welcome. You've got mail. If you're illegal, how about leaving and doing it the right way? And then things will be built for you. Will be made for you. If you're not legal, then goodbye. Simple as that. That kind of rhetoric has become a staple of progressive cultural commentary, framing America as exclusionary and broken. Not exactly the tone that invites everyone to the theater. And just in case the message wasn't clear, Chu closed his thoughts by urging people to get out of their bubble, saying some are too scared to pop their bubble because they don't have to. The irony! Coming from the same people in Hollyweird, who Hollyweird is one big fucking bubble. And they are so scared of having someone burst it. These people are so afraid of the outside world. These people don't even know what it's like to be normal. Again, everything they do has to incorporate Donald fucking Trump somehow. You're making a movie about puppies? Well, let's just make it about Donald Trump. You're making a nice little romantic comedy? Let's throw in Trump message in there. You're making a scary movie? Well, it's got to be about Trump. Making a movie set in a universe, where the land of Oz is a thing? Nope. Donald Trump. Because they're faggots. Translation: this movie's for the people brave enough to challenge the system, and a judgment of those who don't. In Hollywood's worldview, that's often code for middle American families who don't chant the right slogans on social media. Hollywood can't help itself. Yeah, it really can't. It really fucking can't. Everything. For years, audiences have made one thing abundantly clear. They don't want every blockbuster to be to double as a political allegory about America's latest election cycle. And people have been pointing this out with like South Park, where South Park would, it's, focused on the boys, right? The crazy antics of the boys, and, you have side plots. But now it's all focused on Donald Trump, and the boys are basically the side plot. Like, this show that was once revered as clever and just basically taking, oh, hey, look, guys, Donald Trump has a small wee-wee. Ha, 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 we're funny. Oh, my God, guys, see, look, Donald Trump is literally the devil. Or it's the fucking devil, where in this case, it's a double, they say he's the fucking devil, but he's also fucking the devil. It's like, oh, ha, 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 clever writing. But, like, Donald Trump has taken forefront in South Park, and the boys that the show is focused on are the side plot now. That's not clever writing. No one watches it for the straight up political commentary. People watch it for the boys, with the political commentary kind of like, sprinkled in and told cleverly. This isn't being told in a clever way. It's in your face. Like, again, Donald Trump is a small wee-wee. So a show that was once revered, apparently the ratings are going down with South Park because people are just tired of the same old, Donald Trump has a small wee-wee joke. Hey, look, Donald Trump. Donald Trump. And they already did a Donald Trump thing with Mr. Garrison. So why they had to dedicate an entire fucking season to Donald Trump, can't wait for the Joe Biden season. And even Barack Obama. He was in a few episodes. He was in it, but they didn't dedicate an entire fucking season to him. The man who deported more illegals than anyone else. Bombed women and children out of fucking nowhere. Nope, we don't get a full season of him. We don't get we get a full season of Donald Trump. It just shows how fucking mentally insane Hollywood is now because of this man. What are they going to do when he's not in office anymore? What are they going to do? For years, audiences have made it been clear they don't want every blockbuster to double the political allegory, election cycle, and yet Hollywood keeps insisting that beloved stories must be reshaped into commentaries on the real world ideological battles, while wagging their fingers and rubbing our faces in it, through every interview. Yeah. Again, why does it need to be a thing? Why can't we not just have escapes anymore? Why can't Star Wars just be Star Wars? Why can't Doctor Who just be Doctor Who? Why can't something that takes place in the Land of Oz just be the fucking Land of Oz? Why does it all have to be Donald Trump? Racism bad. White men are evil. Why does it have to always be the shit? My pronouns are they, them. Like, I don't, why? People watch this stuff especially in cinemas. Movies are fucking expensive. People are going and spending their hard-earned money, taking their kids and whatever to see this shit, and then they get preached to for an hour and a half, like, Orange Man bad. Where's our country gone? No one wants to do it anymore. So I hope the political message in this is in fact about Donald Trump, because people will walk out, this movie will lose money, and I'm here for that. And yet these people in Hollywood are so fucking retarded. Nope, it's not going to be their fault. It's going to be the far right's fault. Somehow, them making a movie that whines about Trump, a movie that panders to pretty much one side anyway. Again, the people seeing this are mostly, oh my God, Ariana Grande, Yahweh. But when the movie fails, it's, oh my God, it's the right-winger's fault. It's extreme MAGA's fault. How? Because you wanted to make the story plot about fucking Donald Trump? Yeah, we totally did that. Yeah, we broke into your writer's room, and we were the ones who made the story about that. Not you. Oh, no, it's never you guys. No, it was us. It's always us. Every single fucking time. Universal invested years and an enormous budget into Wicked for good. Fans expected magic, melody, and a return to the chanting world of Oz, not a referendum of the electorate. But once again, filmmaker appears convinced the world desperately needs his philosophical guidance. We really don't. We really don't. People go to the movies to get away from Washington, not to be reminded of it. If viewers end up feeling like Wicked is scolding half the country for voting the wrong way, backlash will come fast and loudly. The safest bet for the studio film with billion-dollar aspirations is simple. Enchant the whole audience, not just the ones who nod along politically. Yeah, but they're too fucking stupid to know this. From Emerald City to election metaphor? The Wicked Broadway show tackled themes of power, perception, and propaganda, but it was a fantasy first, and it came out in the early 2000s. Two seems intent on shifting the center of gravity, making it political first, and then everything else second. The magic becomes commentary, the fairy tale becomes a lecture. Universal is aiming for $1 billion musical franchise, but turning Wicked into a cinematic op-ed risks alienating huge swaths of moviegoers, especially the millions who supported Trump and are tired of political messaging seeping into every franchise. And not just that, but there are many people on the left who are tired of this shit as well. They're tired of having their shit invaded by these fucking idiots on the, the far left. Everything has to be about politics. Everything is Donald Trump. Everything is far right extremism. Everything's racism. Everything is, phobism. Everything. We can't just have an escape anymore. When you play a video game, nope, it's got to be as real as possible with realistic messages. If you read a comic or watch a movie or a TV, nope. It's always got to be based on the real world now, not a fantasy world made up that might be based on the real world, but has its own set of rules and politics and all. No, it's got to be based on our world. People are tired of it. And they wonder why no one is really interested in Doctor Who anymore, or Star Wars, Star Trek, or Lord of the Rings, or Indiana Jones, or James Bond, or anything like that, because they keep taking their stupid fucking political bullshit and shoving it in because they're not capable of creating anything interesting or intellectual. They take established IPs and established stories and insert their shit into it because they know it's recognizable. And they can make people spend $30 fucking at a goddamn theater to see this shit because they know it's Wicked. People know what Wicked is. They know what The Wizard of Oz is. They're going to go see it. And that's the perfect medium for our fucking bullshit. Now, if they just outright came out with a movie, it was like us whining about Donald Trump for an hour and a half, people aren't going to go see it. They're not going to go see it because it's outright there what it's about, and people are not going to sit there and listen to a movie whine about Donald Trump for an hour and 30 minutes. That's why they have to sneak this shit into established IPs, because they're not capable of creating anything. These artsy, oh my God, we're college educated, we're artsy and this and that. They're not capable of being subtle. Subtlety is gone. Doctor Who's shown that. Subtlety thrown out the window because the message is more important. And then when these movies lose money and they start failing, Hollywood is like, oh my God, it's the far right extremist fault. And then the left wing media, oh my God, it's the right wing media's fault. It's Fox News purporting, misinformation. It's like, how about you made a product and instead of making it about fantasy, you decided to whine about Donald Trump? Could that be the issue? Could that be the reason why it lost money? Instead of blaming one group of people, the far right, how about just acknowledging that you people aren't as smart as you think you are, you're not as artsy and creative as you think you are, and your terrible choices is what's leading to movies bombing? No. It's our fault every time. Anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.